We're live. I was able to do it.
I was holding up numbers and shit.
And I was like, well, Platinum got 2, so I guess I'm 3.
Right.
I thought we were playing Pictionary, one syllable.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the platform, episode 84. So we really are climbing up there to our 100 episode. Thank you guys for watching. We are here today with our regular panel, no guests today. So it should be pretty good today, pretty fun round table. Shouts out to Player One Coffee. Get that shit. I mean, if you really strive to get quote unquote the platinum, aka platinum Godfather, if you want to strive for that excellence, get that Player One Coffee, because that, as Big Mike, he's been up for a week right now, so he definitely that it will keep you up and running. Let's go ahead and get to our introductions, but before I do that, I want to play this.
I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen.
All right, let's get our introduction started with Platinum Godfather. What's up, man? Introduce yourself and tell us what you're playing.
Yo, it was really good. I just got done playing The Fall as a nice, cool little ass indie game that's been sitting on my PlayStation, like my download list for a minute. I was wondering, like, what the fuck is this game? So I decided to pop it in and play it as a little late night feature on my channel called The Fall. So it's like a side scroll, like indie game, like you do an exploration, trying to find out who this android is that's protecting this so-called human inside this suit. It's like an AI intelligence. So there's a lot of good plot twists and turns because they came out of a sequel. So I played that for 4 or 5 hours, getting trophies in that or whatnot, and that shit is good. So that's the latest game I was playing. I might get part 2 to it because the second part is even worse.
You've already got through the first one.
Yeah, I got through the first one. Yeah, I played it like twice because I was trying to get the achievements for it. I mean, it's real easy, but it was just like you could easily miss that shit. But the game was pretty dope, nevertheless. But that's what I'm playing.
For sure. Next up, we got Geeky Gamer Girl. What's up? Introduce yourself. Tell us what you're playing.
Hello, everyone. Geeky here, or Geeky Gamer Girl here. Lately, I have been jumping between 2 indie games because I play a lot of indies. So I've been playing Grey Dawn, which is kind of like a horror walk-in simulator. Well, they say a psychological thriller. I don't know. It's kind of freaky because it's like based on religion, and that kind of freaks me out. And then I've been playing a lot of House Flipper lately because, I don't know, I like flipping houses. So that's pretty much what I've been up to lately. But just really been playing a lot of Grey Dawn. Like I said, which is a really, really good game. It's available on Steam. And basically you play as like this priest who's going to end up hanging for killing a kid unless he can find where this child has come or has gone to. So you go from being in places of like paradise to being in the parish, which is all like just like really graphically. It's a beautiful game because it really, like, when you see the graphics for it, it's very beautiful. But that's what I've been playing a lot of lately. So that's pretty much been on my card.
All right. Oh, sweet. Next up, we got Big Mike. What's up, Mike, man? Introduce yourself. Tell us what you're playing, sir.
What's up, everybody, and how you doing? It's Big Mike here. I've been playing Next Up Hero, Jackbox Party Pack 3, Black Ops 3, Rainbow Six Siege, and Battlefield 1, and Tales of Hysteria.
Jackbox shit is fucked up. That's a
Dude, that game is hilarious and funny. I was playing that with you guys recently, and I also did a community stream with Dual Shockers and having some fun with them. We do a community stream every Thursday over there with them.
I think the word dick showed up. Oh, wow. I think it did. I think it showed up quite a bit.
Sounds legit.
It was like, it was almost every other one had the word. I was like, all right.
Dude, Danny was playing with us. Danny's like, yeah, I can play with this team. This is my type of team.
This is my lane here. It's vulgar. Like I said, I'm a sailor, so it's like, oh shit, I can fucking cuss in this goddamn game. Shit. Next up, we got Cool Cat Terry. Oh, what's up, Terry? Introduce yourself to us. What you playing?
Hey everybody. Hey everybody, it's Cool Cat Terry here.
Oh, so close, she lost the one.
Actually, they heard me. You guys are the only ones that were muted. So, joke's on you! So anyways, hey everybody, it's Cool Cat Terry from Twitch. Hope you've been having a fantastic week. For me, I've been playing the remake of Shadow of the Colossus on the PS4. They did a beautiful, beautiful job. Beefing that game up from the PS2 days. So, well done, well done. It looked great. It looked great. And I definitely like that they added you could put different filters on the game to change how the graphics looked. It looked really nice. So that was really cool. And then I did some more Crew 2. And I did some game reviews on Monday and got super, super triggered when I played Dream Alone and that game can burn in hell.
That was so funny.
No, that game is awesome, Terry.
The game can burn in hell!
That's blasphemy. The game is awesome.
It can burn in hell still.
The game.
And all of its awesomeness, it can burn in hell.
Terry hooked me up on the Switch with that shit, and fuck that game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
That game is awesome.
You got rage too, huh?
First few jumps, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I cannot see. So
the rage is real. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Most of my week was just playing Shadow of the Colossus.
Damn, you ain't gonna talk about how you whooped Platinum Godfather's ass?
Well, I didn't want to have to rub it in anymore. It's true. It's true. Platinum and I, Platinum issued me a challenge.
That, okay?
It's already been open. That door's been open now, so we gotta go through it. Okay, so Platinum had issued me a challenge because he was feeling pretty salty when we played A Way Out earlier. And I, was kicking that booty on all the mini games in there, and he couldn't have that. So he issued a challenge for us to go toe to toe in a racing game. The first game we tried, we were just gonna do. He did beat me in it, so he got one there.
Yeah, technically one, yeah.
So we were gonna do like best, 3 out of 5, best 3 out of 5. So we did race room first, and it was super simulation style, like motorsport, style racing, and it was like, nope, we can't do this shit. We couldn't even make turns without spinning out. So we gave up on that one. But he got one win there. And then we switched over to, what was the next one called?
What was it? I got it. Hold on. Give me a second.
Something
It
Airborne.
is Asphalt 8 Airborne.
Yeah,
It's a mobile
Asphalt
game?
8 Airborne. It's a free game. You can get through Windows. So for Microsoft. So we started playing that, and that's more our speed. It's very arcade style, right?
Yep.
So we play that. First game, Platinum wins it. So that gives him 2. He's feeling good. He's feeling cocky. All right.
Feeling good.
And then the next game comes. I win. And he's like, it's okay, that's whatever. And then the next game comes. I win again. So now we're tied. All right, 2 and 2. And then we do one more game. His booty got so clapped. I won 3 in a row.
She cheated, man. She
there's
was
no
right
cheating.
on my ass. I was gone for a minute.
Oh my
God.
God. He fucked up. He fucked up. He totally could have won this.
I'm like, oh shit.
He totally could have won this game. This is what happened. Here's the breakdown, my friends. All right, he's in like 2nd place, right? And I'm in 3rd. He keeps going on, damn, this person in 3rd place is just gaining on me. They won't fucking leave. They're right on my ass. I was like, dude, that's me. He's like, what? And then he starts to panic. And then we get up to a turn, right? Like there's like an overpass, and we're gonna go underneath the overpass. I'm like, I'm getting ready to pass him, and I do clean passing. So I'm getting ready to do a clean pass, and he's like, fuck no. He jerks the car to the left to try to check me into the wall, right? He's like, he's desperate. He's desperate for the win, and what does he do? He misses my car and checks himself in the wall and took himself out.
He needs some milk.
And then I just keep sailing forward to that beautiful finish line, and he's just sitting there, you know, in a pile of salt.
Yeah, he was. I watched that. He's like, man, I don't even want to talk about salt.
I gotta take that one from you, Platinum.
Really?
He had that win. He had that win, and then he had to play dirty, and it cost him everything.
That was a hit of stipulation. Whoever lost the life. Yeah, man.
Hey, you can't say I didn't warn you there, Platinum. I said she's very competitive.
So am I. I will go through the whole platform crew just to I'm the goddamn best, all right? I'm the goddamn. Hey, I told you, you're next. I got
He's trying to prove he's the best, and he already lost against one of us.
Yeah, you already lost against me, man.
Oh, I didn't lose against. Well, okay.
Oh, snap! So you're 0-2. So he's 0-2, everybody. You know, he wants to prove he's the best, but he's 0-2.
Okay,
He's 0-2. Geeky and Danny are gonna whoop your ass in the Wildlands tomorrow.
You're gonna challenge me? You're gonna challenge me?
I'll go through the whole crew.
You got come see me in some CS:GO. Let's see where you at. The 1v1 me in CS:GO.
CS:GO.
Let's go.
Platinum has been, you know, brushing off that digital dust on that XCOM lately. You could go ahead and go toe to toe with some XCOM.
He don't want that pressure.
Oh, I haven't done multiplayer XCOM.
Yeah, he don't want that problem.
No, what do you mean I don't want that problem? I love that game.
None of that smoke.
Who's good at that game? Let's go. Who's good at that game?
Danny?
Oh, Terry.
Danny is.
No, you doing it again. You doing
Danny.
it again, Terry.
No, Danny and you, man. Danny says you don't want that problem. He's telling you that you trash.
Danny's
Danny's saying that you trash at XCOM.
You don't want that problem, bro. You know it. Look. He know it. He knows the real thing. I'm gonna give your life back for being cautious. Yeah.
He's brooding. He's brooding over there. Look at him. He's ready to go.
He's like, no, I don't want that smoke.
He's ready.
Get in the fire. Let's fucking go.
Let's get back. What's up, everybody? It's Danny. I'm the host here at the platform, and I've been playing some Warframe. I played a little bit of Wildland, East Lacrimosa of Donna, and this game on my phone called Darkness Rises. Sweet ass fucking cell phone game. Like, it truly is a masterpiece. Like 60 FPS, looks like Unreal Engine type God of War shit. It's pretty fucking dope. So check that shit out. That's all I really got. Shit, that's all I've been playing.
Speaking of a mobile game, real quick. My friend Kat had recently just told me about a thing called BlueStacks. Have you used that?
Yeah, I got BlueStacks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I use it on my.
No, it allows you to play mobile games on your PC.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how people play like Pokemon Go and shit when they stream it.
Because they got the emulators, right?
They'll use BlueStacks in their games.
I usually use Nox.
What is it?
Nox Player. It handles a lot better than BlueStacks to me. Nox Player is a lot better.
Is that the type of emulator?
Yeah, it's a mobile phone emulator. It emulates Android.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nox Player.
Yep, I do Nox Player because I did do a stream not too long ago where I did a bunch of mobile games, and that's what I use. I use Nox Player. To me, it runs better than BlueStacks, honestly.
BlueStacks sometimes is a little unstable. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
too, but
I'm cautious about that download shit, man. Because if I don't know what I'm downloading, man, I don't want to fuck up my computer for that.
Yeah, man, you don't need no viruses, man.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Viruses. Okay. All right. So today we are kind of going on general news today. E3, you know, there's always after that fallout of E3 and those 2 weeks or so that follow E3, the gaming news is dry as fuck. You know, so you have to really reach out and pick news during this little lull. Usually it picks back up in about a week or so when it gets closer to Gamescom, but it's a little slow. So our show is a little shorter today, but I think we got some topics here that are pretty meaty. So let's start first with Anthem. The developers for Anthem released like a 20-minute, like real unlocked, unrehearsed gameplay demo of Anthem. And when I tell you that I am convinced that this game is going to be fucking amazing, like I think just destroy like all the people who say it's going to be like Destiny or something like that.
It favors a lot of Destiny too, though. You
but here's the thing, though. Destiny, the world wasn't living. You know what I'm saying? Like Destiny was more, it was instant. You know, it wasn't like a true living world. It was just like certain pockets of enemies are here and there, and that's it. It didn't seem like, you know, the environments didn't really bring you into that thought process. Like, damn, this is this big, vast, open thing. It doesn't have that feeling. Big Mike, I know you saw that video. What you think, man?
It looked good. I'm definitely convinced I'm ready to purchase this game. And I think even I was watching and or read that some of the monsters, they like you said about the living world, they alternate. Like at night, if it's like nighttime and where you're at in your region, the monsters come out at different times at night.
Yeah,
which is really freaking cool. Like so, like you go take on people during the day, and you go take people on during the night. I'm like, that is cool.
Now remember, they said that giant golem, because they had a voiceover during the live play session, and golem is not really there. You know, it's not a spawn point for the golem. It happened to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how the events are gonna go. With it. You know, it's just like all these random things happening, and it's kind of amazing how they built that. All those little different AI pieces everywhere. You know, interacting with the environment in real time. You know who else talked about that? The developers for Red Dead Redemption 2. When I was listening to how he was describing Anthem, I was like, that's a lot like how they were talking about Red Dead 2. They were saying like Red Dead 2 is very similar. You know, all the AI will have their own time branches, and they all interact with the environment at their own time frame, not what the game has programmed them to do. Which is it's just a mind-blowing thing as far as like how our technology can handle that. Terry, what you think? I mean, I don't know if you're convinced on Anthem. I'm not sure if you liked Anthem. I can't get a good read on how you.
No, Anthem. I mean, it looks cool. I want to try it. To me, it looks a lot like Titanfall and Destiny got thrown together, but and some Warframe in there too. But I don't know. I don't really have much of an opinion on it, just because I want to play it and then have a full opinion on it first. You know, I don't want to prejudge it. I don't want to prejudge it based on trailers and things. I want to play it myself and form my own opinion.
That's what you got to look at that. You got to check out that 20-minute demo, because it really explains like how the flow of the game will take place. Geeky, you got to see it.
I gotta play it myself. I can't do it off of someone else's gameplay. You know, there's games I can watch people play and it looks boring as shit, but then you play it yourself and it's fun. So I have to play it myself.
Well, I must say this one really surprised me, because they had, I guess, because maybe it was better because they had someone explaining, exactly what was happening and the reasons for certain movements, that the players were making. Especially like combo attacks and the way that you invade environments is amazing. I mean, he went from air to sea, back to air, and like no cutscene, no change of event. It was just like all happening in real time, which is pretty big. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck the consoles handle it. I'm not trying to shit on them or nothing, but
Danny, you're triggering me so hard right now.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
You're freaking triggering me, man. what did I tell you to do before we go live?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's just blip blip.
Stream remote on. I'm telling you.
Blip blip.
It says stream remote is on. I'm
blip
telling
blip. I'm going nuts over here.
Are you going nuts?
Daddy's losing lives.
They're still coming in as we speak. You are a popular man. Like you get like so many.
I was gonna say, I didn't have on.
I heard him.
Might have been me, because I was like, oh yeah, streamer, that might help. Sorry.
Oh, so it's Geeky. Geeky.
Yeah, it's not that, it's me. It's me, I'm telling you. I was like, wait a minute. I'm like,
I'm just hearing constant notifications right now. And it's driving me up the wall. Okay, we're good. We're good.
I wasn't trying to trigger you.
It drives me crazy hearing that blip blip.
Yeah.
Can you not hear it now? Can you not hear it now?
I don't hear any right now. But then again, Geeky, has anyone messaged you in the last 2 seconds?
I don't know. I turned on streamer mode. So I don't know.
Right.
I'm gonna be straight up. I don't know. Streamer mode's on now.
Oh, it's all good, my friends.
Take one from Geeky.
Right. I will gladly say yes.
I take that one.
Yeah.
I lose lives. I know you got a conspiracy. You think it's a conspiracy theory that I only take lives from everybody else. Yeah. I lose lives too, man. So, Brian, what you think, man? Anthem, like, what you have seen so far of the game? Are you kind of hyped for it or what?
I'm halfway hyped for it.
What? Are you like EA cautious? Like,
Yeah, basically. To see how things will play out, just generally it.
Because you know how EA is, man. They we want loot boxes. And I think the developers said they want to have that shit. But they probably mean the term loot boxes. You know what I'm saying? They'll call it like crate loots or something to change the name of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so they can say, yeah, we don't have loot crates. We got crate loots. And,
right. Exactly. That's my fear with it. It's like, because to me, because I did watch it and it looks good. It's just I'm afraid because EA is known for the loot crates, and that's what's driving. I'm like, okay, so whereas other games, you have to go through certain events and you get better weapons. To me, I just feel like they're gonna be like, well, if you buy this loot crate box, you get this massive ass gun that's just so powerful, and it just blows up the planet, and it's like and all these kids are running around blowing up the planet because they're like, oh, mommy, can I please get $5 for this loot crate? No, work your ass off and get the guns yourself. No, you work your ass off, okay? I don't want to sit up here and have to play with little Johnny, and he's up here with a loot. He paid, used mommy's credit card for a $20 loot box and got all this stuff. No, little Johnny, you get your ass out there. You work for it, damn it. I have to work for it.
Exactly. You want to call me the N-word? You spend $20 on a fucking gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, come on, little Johnny.
How does
I need you to
get that money? That's where I'm at.
Right. Like, and then their parents are calling. Well, little Johnny spent $100 on. I don't know. Like, EA be like, shit, we can't help you. Hey, we got our money. That's all we care about. We're not helping you.
Right.
We got our money.
We're worried. Let me know. We don't want you eating.
Right.
I have that same mentality about it, though. I swear to God, it looks so fun to play. It really does look like what they pulled off is amazing. But then, you know, you're right. When you start thinking about it, you're like, what did they hold back? Like, what is it? You see this demo and it's like, okay, is that like a $50,000, you know what I'm saying, Anthem frame that you have to pay for to get that good? Or is it something that, you know, I can just run a few missions, level up and shit and get something on that level? You know, that's what I was kind of thinking about too. I'm like, this shit is looking too amazing. Maybe I have to, like, you know, do some loot boxes to get here, or or is it just these dudes is level 30, you know, that they're controlling, they just have the uber shit? I don't know.
Right.
I hope it's the latter. I hope it's, you know, if you grind it and shit, you can get some good ass rare weapons.
Right.
You know, or so. Even if they charge for cosmetic stuff, I'm down for that. I mean, if they want to make it, you know, you want to truly personalize the thing, you know, and you want to pay, you know, $4 or $5 or $10 for whatever the currency is to, you know, buy certain cosmetic items, I'm all for that.
I hope if they have PvP in it, they don't make it casual. Oh.
Well, developers talked about PvP, and they said that was something that they were going to add post-launch. Yeah, their main goal is to focus on PvE.
Destiny 2 triggered me when they went casual on Destiny 2.
See, but I don't know if we should keep having that Destiny Anthem comparison. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying I don't want them to go casual. You know what I'm talking about? Like when in, you know, previous, like Destiny 1, when you had your PvP and you were like, we'll say 300 light, and you know, rookies come in there or noobs come in there, you can go murder them with one shot. Doesn't matter where you shoot them, but yeah, you can kill them in one shot and move on.
Yeah.
And Destiny 2, in Destiny 2 they balanced it, like everybody's equal. It doesn't matter what light you're at, you're going to be at this light, and we're going to make it a challenge. I don't want that. If I'm going there, the grinding for, you know, rare gear and everything, and I'm going to go into PvP, I want to murder somebody. I want to wreck your shit if you come in here.
Mike, you can have the best fucking gun in the game, but if you got no skill, what are you gonna do with it?
I got more skill than you.
Oh, we know that not true.
I'm gonna sprinkle some salt on
we
that.
know that not true, Mike. I've beaten your ass so many times in games.
I wrecked your ass also before too, there, girl.
Oh, I ain't got no tea around, but like, let me see my tea. That ain't none of my business. Let me sip my tea.
Exactly. I'm over here sipping my lemonade iced tea.
There you go. Refreshing.
Like, there's a little salt for you, girl. He's like, woo!
Right now. Busting his ass out too into my fucking chat. Don't fucking say that shit to me, Mike.
I mean, she's booty clapped me a couple times, but I booty clapped her
more than a couple.
Couple of times.
More than a couple.
Her back got.
Man, I admit that you can beat me in Killer Instinct. I'll admit that. But, no, I take you. We get into some Mortal Kombat, and you don't got a chance.
Exactly, Mortal Kombat. I don't have a chance with you. You Cassie Cage.
Over. It's over before it started.
I don't know what to say. I'm like, okay.
I don't think we've ever I don't think we ever went 1-on-1 in like Call of Duty or anything. Me and Terry.
No, we have not.
We've always teamed up together.
I know I kicked your ass in Destiny though.
Yeah, I was Terry. Terry is a much better shot than you. I can confirm.
Now back in the day when she used to play Black Ops 3, she was able to hold her own, and she's like, I'm not very good at Call of Duty, and believe me. And Joel even used to brag like he was the god at Call of Duty. She booty clapped Joel. And Joel was like salty as hell. He's like, no, I ain't gonna let no woman beat me. No. He's like, this is not possible.
Noel is constantly in denial. Denial his ass.
She's like, Joe, just get over it. I whooped your ass.
Suck it up, buddy. Platinum, you got
Platinum got wrecked again.
Yeah. And then in CSGO, you'll be wrecked again. So,
he's even got like hand marks on his neck. Look at it. He's over there. Like, damn, she choked me out.
Those are hurt hickeys on his neck.
He's not even giving eye contact anymore. He's so salty. He won't even look.
His box gonna drop out the car like fuck y'all.
You want a tissue there, Platinum?
What's up?
I like it.
It's like, you want a tissue, man?
No.
He's like, no, I'm good.
Fuck you lying. All right. Let's go ahead to our next segment here. Fortnite. You know what? Recently, I would say in the past week or two, there's been a lot about Fortnite in the news and how it affects kids. And I'm giving the credit to IGN because they did the article. They were talking about like how Fortnite is like influencing these kids at school, like taking their attention spans away. Kids are being truant. They're kind of like their social teasing is like influenced by Fortnite, like doing the Fortnite dances and shit like that. It was kind of a wild ass article because it was just like, it was kind of detailing like how Fortnite has taken over the psyche of our youngins. So let me ask you, Geeky, what do you think about that? Like, is that something that would like, I mean, is that like a real thing? Like, have you noticed anything in the news lately about Fortnite and how it has control over kids?
Honestly speaking, this has been the thing with games ever since I have been a gamer. It's always been, oh, games influence the way kids act in school. Oh, they're not doing right, blah, blah, blah. This has been an ongoing topic ever since I was young and into gaming. Honestly, it's already been kind of proven that video games don't really affect kids the way they say they are. Like, yes, we do see videos of kids doing the Fortnite dances, which I didn't even realize those were Fortnite dances. So, honestly, but it just really bothers me that anytime something bad happens, I don't care if it's with kids, whatever, they always go to video games and blame video games first. And that drives me just bonkers. I mean, because like I said, video games are not the culprit. If your kid is truant, they're truant because they chose to be truant. Fortnite had nothing to do with them being truant. If they're in class and they can't concentrate, again, I don't think that was the game. That's, to me, that's left up to the parents. If you're not telling the kids, hey, get off the system, you need to go to sleep, you have school. Hey, like I'm a parent myself, and like I tell my son, if you choose to stay up all night, you still got to go to school in the morning. That is on you. So right. I don't care how long you stay up. You can stay up to 5 o'clock. You have to be up at 6 for school. I guess you're getting an hour of sleep.
Shit my mom did to me. I stayed up as long as possible, and I feel like shit getting up for school.
I mean, so to them, so for me, right. So for them coming up with this, Fortnite is making kids, hard to concentrate in school. It could be any of the games. Like, for example, if people were playing a lot of PUBG, that would be the reason kids are not paying attention in school. Right. If they're playing Mario, that's the reason they're not paying attention in school. So it's like, to me, I just think at this time, people are just looking for an outlet and just want to blame anything. They just want to blame
kids
anything
together and have them all play number munchers, and then the people can shut the hell up.
Exactly.
But then if they do that, number munchers is the reason why.
I know. This kid over here,
like,
you know, stole this other kid's lunch because of number munchers. It's like,
right, like it's just annoying at this point now. Like, I'm so sick of hearing that whole.
It is ridiculous. I mean,
game everything.
I mean, they might get influenced with like the dances and stuff, but the game itself isn't going to teach you to be a little asshat, okay?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Your kid was probably already an asshat. Okay. Your kid was already an asshat, and now your kid just has more confidence to express himself and be, you know, an asshat in public. Okay.
There you go.
So that's pretty much what that is. Okay.
Right.
The game itself. I mean, how can you even say the game is teaching your kid to be truant? There's nothing in the game that even relates to school. How is it going to teach them to be truant?
I was like,
right.
I was like, how does that? But they did say that some of the truancy was based that the kids didn't want to get away from the game. I'm like this: the parents failed.
Yeah.
Because how come the parents didn't just
turn the damn game off?
You know, Street Fighter. You know. Kick that motherfucker off the
There are parents that put curfews on the Wi-Fi. Put a goddamn curfew on your Wi-Fi to where it turns off at, say, 10 p.m. It's off. Now, guess what? Your kid ain't playing no fucking Fortnite on, I can tell you that.
Hell no.
There you go.
That's right.
Exactly. And then you have a lot of technology nowadays. You have a lot like I know the Nintendo Switch does it where they have like the parental controls. So you have a lot of systems now that are incorporating parental controls. So easily, like you said, turn off the Wi-Fi and then parental control lock the system if that is the case. I mean,
and don't give your damn kids the password. It's like I always hear about how kids are like, yeah, I put these parental controls on, but then I gave my son the password. That defeats the whole fucking purpose.
Right.
Why do you give the kid the password to the parental controls?
Right.
It makes no damn sense. So don't give them the damn passwords.
The fucking password.
Okay, you're the parent. Reclaim your power and, you know, turn that shit off.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't, you know, they said that some of the teasing too, they were doing like the dances from Fortnite. I'm like, you know, teasing has been around since time of
kids are always teasing and finding ways to make fun of one another. Okay, kids are evil.
Pop culture reference will be.
Kids are evil. Doesn't matter what, you know, generation we live in. Kids are evil. Okay. Right now we have video games. You know, before that, you know, there was wars. Before that, you know, we had fucking cavemen, you know, throwing rocks at each other's head to see if it hurt. Okay?
Right.
You're gonna find a way to be an
that's
asshat.
one of the stupid things that these kids are doing these days. Like, they do rock, paper, scissors, then they hit each other with an empty-ass jug of water. I've seen that shit turn into, I'm like, what the fuck are these kids doing these days? What?
Okay, so...
That's funny!
Kids are stupid, okay? Kids are stupid. It doesn't matter what generation we live in, kids are stupid, okay? They always have been, they always will be. If I have kids, my kid's gonna be stupid. You have kids, your kids are gonna be stupid. They're kids. They do stupid shit all the time.
It really isn't that same.
I mean, I did stupid shit as a kid. I'm sure you all did stupid shit as a kid at some point. Kids are stupid, okay? They're just stupid. They're kids. That's all there is to it.
You gotta be a good parent.
You do have to be a good parent.
Yo, Platinum, I mean, I didn't do the jug of water thing, but we did do the rock, paper, scissors thing, and if you lose, we do 2 fingers on your arm as hard as you can.
What?
What?
Yeah. like
I totally thought that was going somewhere different. I thought he was going to say that.
No, I know what he's talking about. You would slap each other really, really hard in the wrist. You would. I know what he's talking about. I seen boys do this in elementary school. I seen boys do this shit when I was in school.
You take your 2 fingers, man, and you'd if that person lost, you would take
Stop.
No, I'm just saying. You take your 2 fingers and you smack that person's wrist as hard as you can.
I know what he's talking about. I don't know. Well, in my school, the boys didn't do 2 fingers. They did the whole fucking hand. And they would just slap each other on the wrist and, you know, as hard as they could as punishment. And then they would, you know, get a big freaking red, you know, welt on their wrist.
Yes,
but
that's what we did.
I think the shittiest thing I did was waste pencils. We used to do this thing called pop pencils. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
I was wasting pencil brow was wasting fucking pencils. Like,
yeah. Teachers get mad as fuck. Like, where your pencils?
Yeah.
That fucking light-skinned dude that was wrecking motherfuckers, though. It's always that light-skinned dude. It's like, God damn, this motherfucker got a championship pencil. You know, you come in with a husky.
Championship pencil.
Damn.
You go to the store and want to get the strongest pencil. You get the
you get that number 4 pencil. What the fuck is up? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I'm ready this time.
Go in there, you hold your pencil out, crack. You're like, what the fuck?
Kids today don't even know what a real pencil is anymore, though. Okay, they don't use wooden pencils anymore. They all have those mechanical ones now. So.
Right.
You can't even pop pencil with them motherfuckers. You get shards of plastic in your eye and shit. Fuck all that shit.
The other game I used to play when I was growing up and going to high school was Bloody Knuckles.
Oh.
No, I ain't
Kids are
fucking
stupid.
The strongest fist in the game.
See,
Brandon knows what that game
it only
is.
proves how stupid kids are. It doesn't matter what generation. Kids are stupid.
Platinum knows that game, don't you, man? I heard you. Ooh.
I seen people do it, but I never participated in that shit in high school. But I know
I used to participate all the time, man. I'd come home, or my friend would go home. We have our knuckles. I mean, just be like oozing blood because.
Oh my gosh! I've seen kids. I've seen teenage high schoolers. Okay, teenagers. Yeah, I've seen teenage boys try to compete to who's stronger, and they would sit there and punch each other in the shoulders.
Yep.
As many times as they could, back and forth, until they couldn't take it anymore, just to prove how strong they are. You guys are just stupid.
Yep.
I never.
See, I did that. I did that shit too, man.
I was like, if I got to do all that, I'm gonna Street Fighter. Man,
but the thing is, that shit is evolving to like even adults too, because boxing, they make that a fucking sport. Like you just stand there and take the hit. Whoever stands wins.
Or we play a hit or flinch. Hit or flinch. If you flinch, you got hit, and you couldn't flinch.
I ain't never played that shit.
Kids are abusive. Right. So clearly we have, just come to the conclusion that kids are abusive little assholes and they like to beat on each other.
Yeah.
For sport.
You can't blame Fortnite for it. Because Fortnite had no effect other than...
Yeah, Mike didn't have Fortnite when he was a little, abusive little asshat. So,
right.
So it's all right.
We all played Fortnite like in the 80s, I guess.
Right.
Come on. You can't blame Fortnite for this.
No.
You have to blame the parents. I mean, if it gets to the point where they're late for school, that goes back to the parents. And you got to be responsible.
This is no lie. It's like my nephew. I mean, he's now of that age. He's 14 years old, and he's got that teenage mentality. And this is no lie. He stayed up from I'd say 36 hours. It was all weekend. He stayed up and he had to go to school the next day. And
I know he had that. Did he?
Well, he had to go to school Monday morning after he stayed up for 36 hours. And he was still awake. He playing video games and blah blah blah. His mom's like, "Mom was cool. Like, look," she said the same thing like you all said. You stay up late, you're still going to school, regardless, because that's on you. So he stayed up all the way till Monday morning and slept till 8, 9 o'clock in the morning to miss the bus. And my sister had to go to work. Steve had to go to work, and I'm home. And my sister calls and goes, "What are you doing, Mike?" I said, "I'm sitting here just chillaxing, watching TV." "Why? What's up?" She goes, "Will you take John to school?" He goes, "He missed the bus on purpose because he said his feet hurt because he didn't want to go to school." What? I was like, damn.
I still blame the parent in this case. In this situation, though, I blame the parent because they knew their son stayed up all weekend with no sleep. They should have woke his little bitch ass up before they left that morning.
She did wake him up, and he was up and about, but he fell back asleep on the couch because he was tired as shit. But she called and she's like, "Did you make the bus and go to school?" It's like, "No, Mom." He goes, "My feet hurt. I didn't want to go to school."
Like, he couldn't even come up with a better excuse. But I was like, let's really analyze that. He said, "My feet hurt." God, don't
I'll be like, son, your ass is about to hurt. Get your ass to school.
Right.
I was like, I get there and go to his house. I scratch my head. So, really, your feet hurt, huh?
Right. Like, what's he doing, man? Like, was he wearing high heels all week while you were gaming? I mean, because I can make this.
That was the shittiest fucking excuse I've ever heard. I'm telling you, if I'd have told my mama my feet hurt, she said, really, your ass about to bang. Fucking ass up and get your ass to school before you get wrecked.
I could stop laughing. But yeah, it boils down like Terry you said, and I agree with it. You gotta be a parent, man. You gotta learn to take the phone, the games, all that when it comes to bedtime or whatever. Say, look, 8 o'clock, you shut off, no more, get your homework done, get your shower, get ready to go, what you gotta do to get ready for school for tomorrow morning.
Go to school. Ain't no fucking your feet about to get you to school. That's
Right.
because you're not gonna tell me your feet hurt, and I know your ass been up for 36 fucking hours playing Fortnite. Your ass is going to school. Period.
Right.
But that's why I don't feel bad for him.
Right.
You gotta go, bro.
It's like the other article we discussed about also. It's just people checking their kids into rehab because they're playing too many video games. That's on you, man. That's on you. You're as a parent that your kid's playing too much video games.
You have to limit that shit. If you see
exactly,
you have to step in as a parent and limit it. You gotta.
Joel's trolling right now, dude. I'm sorry.
Joel's trolling you, Daddy.
You said what?
Joel says, "Yo, you need to talk about Danny's natural skin color. It's registered in grayscale."
Yeah, this is what happens when you got the camera.
You get that black and white camera.
Yeah, I get that black and white cam. Actually, I was messing around with some of the I don't know. I was fucking around with the settings and shit. We went live, so fuck it. I'm gonna leave it. I just in noir film and shit. Fuck it. I'm just in noir, Joel.
Yeah, change that tint.
Whatever, man. Okay, next up, Kill La Kill. That game was announced, I think, today or yesterday. Oh, I think it was today.
Yesterday.
Yeah, and they released a bunch of trailers. They released like a story trailer, and then they actually had a gameplay trailer. And I must say, the art style on that is very interesting because it's like the art style of the anime. So it's kind of like cell shaded. It's hard to describe how the anime looks. It's almost like a super quality version of like Skullgirls or something. It's kind of like it's not super hard line anime. It's kind of like a soft line design. And I think it looks pretty fucking amazing. Like, you guys should really check that trailer out for the gameplay.
I never watched the anime.
They talked to the developers too.
I didn't like it.
They said they wanted to be like the anime as close as possible, and they showed some of the fighting mechanics. And you know what? It really does look like the fucking anime. Like some of the super moves, how they chain off into certain attacks is super cinematic, and the camera angles change dynamically and shit. So I think it looks pretty fucking dope. You guys should check that shit out.
The people who are making it and developing it is Arc System.
Arc System. So that's like Guilty Gear and shit, right?
Guilty Gear. Yep. Dragon Ball Fighters. They worked on it.
So that's why it looks so fucking good, because they're like
BlazBlue
pixels and shit. Yeah, with pixel art and especially like cell shading and stuff like that. Those guys are spot the fuck on. Kind of like CyberConnect. CyberConnect is good too. They do the Naruto series and shit.
Right.
But Kill La Kill, you guys should check it out when you get a chance. Just type in Kill La Kill gameplay trailer, and it'll show you kind of what it's about. It's definitely a fighting game. It's like a one-on-one fighting game. It kind of has like a 3D plane, but you kind of battle in 2.5D. So it goes back and forth depending on like the distances you are from each character. So it looks very, very interesting. I was just kind of surprised that that game was the one that they chose to kind of bring out. Because there's a lot of anime out there you could make fighting games, especially like My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't wait.
I would love to see that one.
Yeah,
but I mean, Kill la Kill too, though, because I've seen the anime. It does have kind of like a cult following in a sense too. So I could see them actually doing Kill la Kill, because you have a lot of people. Like a lot of people slept on that anime, but that was a really good anime. Once you get past all the fan service in it, it's a really good anime.
Is so
it
twisted
is some fan service though. There's some
That is a very fucked up freaking anime. That's why I couldn't get into it. It was so messed up. Like,
yeah, because when I first saw it, I was like, no, nope, not even gonna watch it. And then my sister started watching it, and then I was like, okay, let me give it a second chance. And I ended up actually enjoying it, so I could see them actually doing the gameplay for it. But I just watched the trailer, and it does look amazing. It does look exactly almost like the anime to me. So I think it would be something I would keep my eye on. I won't say I'll go out and just grab it, but it's something I would definitely watch. Like keep my eye on it and see how it progresses as it goes on.
You see how some Twitch streamers stream, because as soon as it comes out. So check them out. See how kind of like that gameplay feel, because I don't know. Sometimes if you make it too cinematic, it kind of takes away from the actual controls. Like, is it something that's like a true, really gritty, get into the meat fighting game, or is it something like you say, fan service? You get cinematic close up on some titties and then a combo. Okay,
right.
Or but is it going to be something meaty? That's what I'm looking for.
I don't think it's gonna be meaty.
You don't think so? You think it's going to be kind of like simplistic, one button type fighter?
Mm-hmm.
I would hope not. I would love to see them do. I mean, they could do kind of like how I think Marvel versus Capcom done it, where they had it where you could just hit certain buttons and you'd get your combos off. But to make it a true fighting game, I would like for it to also have the ability to be able to do the combos by yourself and not just say, okay, well, if I hit up an A, that's going to show off this major combo. And it's like, okay, you didn't even do anything. How was that possible? I didn't see you move any thumbsticks, no directional pads, no nothing. Wait, what? Like, and then you're like, okay, no, this, and then I can hear it now. Oh, you're hacking. You're a hacker. Like, right. You hacked this game. Like, no. So it would be nice for those who are not really into fighting games to still have that option. But for those that are into fighting games, if they want the game to succeed, they should incorporate that to where those who are really into fighter games have that option to say, okay, I know if I do all of this crazy shit, that's going to show off my combo. So.
Absolutely. If I can get some manual combos, light heavies, can I get some lowers, uppers? Can I get mids?
Yeah.
If it has all that good stuff, then it could be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the art style on that is damn close to the anime. Like, I damn near think it's like 100% spot on, especially with the movements and the soft lines and shit. It's like, how did they do that? I just want to know, how did they do that? Maybe it's just some way that they overlay those polys, but I don't know. It just looks so fucking good. So check that out when you guys get a chance. I know Joel's going to be hyped on this subject. He's all about people fucking up. So let's talk Guild Wars. So Guild Wars Studio, they fired 2 employees. There was kind of a back and forth with, I guess, one of the main narrative writers on the game and a Twitch streamer. They went back and forth on Twitter, and I don't want to put the Twitch streamer's name out there because fuck. But he basically was telling the writer that her writing skills fucking suck. Like, let her fucking have it about it. And kind of went on like how he would do things a little better. And the writer's rebuttal was pretty fucked up too. And she kind of went on like a 36 tweet rant. On like how this fucking dingus and he's an imbecile, an asshat, and she went this and that. How can I have somebody that doesn't fucking know how to write tell me how I write games? Then she also went kind of SJW too. She was just like, he tried to mansplain shit. blah 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 blah. And it just got really really fucking big. But Guild, the main guys from Guild Wars were not happy with that. They were not happy with how I guess she responded to that Twitch streamer, and they fired her and another person.
Damn.
Geeky, what do you think about that? Like, I know you checked it out and introduced me to the story too. Do you think the firing of the narrator, I think the official name is like narrative writer or something like
Right.
that. Yeah. Do you think that person deserved to be fired behind what was stated on Twitter?
Honestly, because I know some people are going to be like, that's wrong, but I think it was justifiable because let's face it, because when I was reading the article, they were like going through it, and she's like, oh, this world and the world of a female developer or something to that effect, like, so she was really trying to turn it into something that it really wasn't, when all it really was criticism, constructive criticism. That's all it really was. So it's like she blew it completely out of proportion. Like, and I understand because, most of us on the panel, we are content creators as well. So it's kind of hard to hear, constructive criticism, but, that's something that kind of comes with the territory. So if it would have been me, I would have said, I see your opinion. Your opinion has been noted, and left it at that. No, she really, I don't know what happened, but all types of claws came out. Yeah. And it's like, she's like, no, and, someone that I've been in a decade for 12 days, or, I've been in this, job for 12 years, or I've been in here for over a decade. I know what I'm doing. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take a stab. I'm just going to say personally, I didn't care for Guild Wars 2 because I thought the story was lacking. That was just me, So I'm like, maybe this was her way of getting out of it. I don't know, but she could have handled it a lot better than what she did. And then her other coworker that got fired, he didn't make it any better because he's like, well, these are our personal accounts. Okay, on your prime example, like on my Facebook, I have my personal Facebook, and then I have my one for my Twitch stream. I never put on my personal page anything about my Twitch stream because I like to keep my personal life separate from what I do for streaming. So it's like, if on your personal page you have some affiliation with Guild Wars 2, you kind of make the company look bad. It's kind of like that whole, you can't basically just say whatever you want because you are under the eyes of the public. So if on your page you have on there, I am the narrator of, writer for Guild Wars 2, they're gonna backlash you for that. I feel like they had no choice. They probably could have corrected it had it not went on for like 29, 36 different tweets. Yeah. But I'm like, it would be like, I think they would have probably suspended her, but they're like, okay, this is going on, and now other people are getting involved. This is gonna look bad on us. So, in a way, I think Guild Wars did what they had to do. They in a way, they had to let her go. And some people would be like, well, that's messed up. And I'm like, just because all he said was, this is what I would do different, and you got offended. That's what it really came down to.
Could you imagine getting like a double cheeseburger or something, and they forgot to put cheese on it, right? So now you shitty as fuck, and you take it back, and then you say, hey, I didn't like this burger. I ordered a double cheeseburger. You gave me a double burger. Ain't no cheese on this shit. Is that person behind the counter supposed to cuss you the fuck out because they felt like they made the burger to how they wanted, or was this, does that give that establishment the right to cuss you the fuck out because you were dissatisfied? No. And that's where it comes down to. Joel made a good point. It was like, do you really insult customers at your job? I mean, could you imagine, somebody hands me a PC or something, I put it together and I don't put a hard drive in it. You know what I'm saying? And then they call me back and say, hey, man, I'm not happy with this fucking computer, man. It has no hard drive. And I tell him, dude, suck my motherfucking dick, you sorry ass. shit. I've been doing this motherfucker for 15 goddamn years. I am the computer dude. You know what I'm saying? King Kong ain't got shit on me. Like, what if I did that? I would be fucking walked the fuck out of it. I'm talking about with security. It'd be two big ass white dudes that walk me right out the front door. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to be careful when you're representing a business like that, especially when people are commenting on the content that you provide. Everybody doesn't like your shit. Some people were just unhappy. Hell, a lot of the reviewers who review Guild Wars 2 were not happy about the fucking story. I mean, maybe that kind of what led up to her fucking personal rant. But you can't rant.
Be careful with that shit.
Yeah, you got to be careful because that dude, even though he may not have liked the story, and the reason why he probably replied in that manner was because he probably bought the game. He bought the game. He loved the first one, got the second one, was disappointed with the fucking story, and felt he had to give his opinion. But that doesn't warrant you coming jabbing back at him and shit because that's what it is. It's an opinion. Some people loved Guild Wars 2 story. This person being fired, do I think it was a little extreme? Kinda, a little bit. I mean, did she insult like his family or did she threaten harm or anything like that? No. They showed a lot of her tweets and they were just kind of like insulting his intelligence.
Some companies just don't have tolerance for that. You got to handle yourself professional at all times.
That's where it comes into
and I get that too, and I see that too. It's like you're representing. First of all, Guild Wars is a gigantic franchise. And everything you say about it, anything that the company does will reflect that game's focus.
It's like the WWE, for example, because like the wrestlers post shit on Twitter all the time, and there was a situation with Barry Corbin that got into it with a former veteran or something like that, and he got penalized for that shit on live TV. Like they really embarrassed the fuck out of this dude. Like they made him lose his chance to get a WWE title by having him lose the briefcase. Have him get buried by John Cena live and thousands of people just because of a fucking Twitter. Like, do your research, lay back, and just be cool because you're under the public eye of a big ass company that can mutilate you.
I'm talking about destroy you. Think about it. This 12-year career.
There are repercussions.
36 fucking tweets. 12 years. Can you imagine wasting 12 years of your fucking life over a tweet?
Not worth it.
That's why I don't feel sorry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I felt like it was. Part of me feels like it was a little excessive, but then the other part of me is like, you got to be careful. You have to be careful because some people, they are fans and they feel very passionate about the product that you offer, and if you approach them a certain way, you can get some major heat, and all publicity ain't good. They try to make controversy sales, but not when it comes to gaming companies and shit like that. A lot of that shit will stagnate the fan base and any sales with that game if they support that shit. So you gotta be fucking careful. Old boy got fired too. The other guy that got fired, her and the other guy got fired. You gotta. People are not gonna like your shit. They're just,
Right.
They're just not. You can't.
There's people out there that are gonna like what you're putting out, and that's on them. They don't care if you buy it or not.
But it goes back to that saying too. It's like water off of a duck's back when people say things, and that's what a lot of people don't want to accept. Like I said, most of us are content creators. I'm pretty sure there are things people come into our stream and they're like, I really don't like this, or I don't like this about your video. Okay, that's your opinion. This is the way I want to do it. This is your opinion. I accept your opinion. I may take your words into heeding and say, okay, I kind of like the idea you threw out. Thank you. Give credit. Right. And other times I might just tell you, go on, again, that's your opinion. But, to sit up there and just really literally, I mean, like I said, this went on for 29 tweets and I can't get off. I'm like, you could have stopped after the first one. No, you were like, today is the day I am going to, these claws are out and I am not putting them back.
So it lasted 48 minutes or something on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm just like, really? You spent that much time cussing somebody out on Twitter when you could have been, first of all, writing a better story for Guild Wars 3. You know?
Right.
And maybe, you know, this, like I said, this person, like you said, this person is a fan, and maybe they had structured criticism that was something that was validated. You know, maybe there were some slow ends to the story. You know, maybe the story was dull at the end. And it, you know, and that's what it is when you're writing for games like that are long ass games. Sometimes there are lulls in the story, you know, but you have to kind of pick back up at certain parts to draw the interest. And if you can't do that, and if you can't take the criticism on that, I mean, you're a fucking game designer. You work in game development. Criticism shouldn't be like a given, you know, because games are criticized fucking constantly. Look at the fanboy shit.
Right.
You know, we got games right now that we'll criticize. I mean, I can criticize motherfucking Mass Effect Andromeda for like 5 episodes. You know what I'm saying? I can give you 5 episodes of critique of content on telling you why Ass Effect was shitty to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, everybody's not gonna like everything, and you just gotta man up, woman up. You know, man, you looking for a fucking job? I mean, we'll take you. You know, if you want to come be on the show, you know what I'm saying? You can come be on the show, put you in final round. You know, you can come rant, do your 26 tweets in our final round, and you can come do that shit.
It's like we're on that topic right here, right now. It's like about that dude. About I know you watched him there, Danny. Robin Gaming. Did you watch him?
Sounds.
He went on and made a YouTube video. Robin Gaming did, and it like blew up like huge. Talk about It's called Naughty Dog's Agenda.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we talked about that where that fucking pig was talking about how women can't be fucking badass and shit. You know,
no, this is a whole different dude that put this out here.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
All right.
And actually, Naughty Dog even jumped in and responded to him. Well, he basically said, you know, he said before Amy Hennig left the Naughty Dog, and how Neil Druckmann changed the story for Uncharted 4, because originally it was supposed to be a boy that Nathan Drake had, but they changed the story and where he had a girl instead of a boy, and now he's, you know, claiming that they're all focusing, you know, the Naughty Dog is that they're working, what they're working towards is all their games are going to be female protagonists, and they're going to be gay and stuff like that, and he's not cool with it anymore.
You know,
and you know that then this brought out.
Didn't do no 50 tweets though. I bet you.
He tweeted it on, you know, the video on Twitter and all that, and it brought out, you know, the fanboys and the anti-Trump people and all that stuff. It brought everybody out.
I definitely avoided that shit. I must have looked in there. It was hot, and I said, "No."
Nah, it was hot.
You know what I'm saying? Too goddamn hot for this shit, you know. Like,
well, Neil Druckmann, you know, replied back July 10th and said, "Yo, for each one of these bigoted and sad posts I get, 1,000 positive ones from amazing fans, both kinds, inspire greater diversity in our games."
See, that's how you reply as a
He said this shit needs to stop, basically.
See, here's the thing. That's how you reply. You know what I'm saying? When you're a corporate entity like that, that's how you handle it. You have to kind of embrace the hate and just say, you know what, that's just how people are, you know?
Yeah. And
is it really diversifying, though, if all your games follow the same formula? If all your games have a female gay lead, how can you claim you're diversifying? Because you're putting,
I was gonna say, now to me it sounds like they're trying to do this as a trend type thing. Like, this is just gonna be a new trend, and that's not fair.
Okay.
I mean,
you can argue, they're diversifying against their competitors because they might all have male leads.
Right.
But if you just look at that company as a whole, they have no diversity at all because they all have gay female leads.
Right.
That's why it's not. That's why that argument is idiotic. You know, if they're coming at Naughty Dog like that, because it's like, you know how many male protagonists Naughty Dog has done? Like, I mean, literally up until here recently.
Most games have male leads. And every time a new, this happens every freaking time. Every time you get a game that has a female protagonist that outsells and does really fucking well, everybody, you know, all these people come out bitching about, oh, you know, it's the agenda for, you know, because the females can, you know, this and that, or they're gay, this and that, or whatever. It's like, you're just upset because you have a female lead. Who gives a shit if it's a male or a female lead? Enjoy the fucking game.
Right.
Well, there's people out there. I mean, I'm not going to name.
You don't see these other people. I'm sorry, Mike. You don't see these other people freaking getting up in arms when a freaking male lead game, you know, gets game of the fucking year. No, but if a female lead does really goddamn well, there's got to be a pissing match about it.
I was going to say, personally, I'm going to see a male lead that's gay. Because I'm trying to think of any games that have male lead characters that are gay.
There is.
I don't think there is, Geeky.
I'm like, because I was just gonna say
there
that. Like,
are plenty of gay male characters, but none of them have been leads.
Well,
but see, that's what I'm saying. So why can't they just do one like that either? You know, I mean.
I think Mass Effect Shepard could be either or. It depends.
Okay.
Yeah, Shepard could in Mass Effect, and then it depends.
But Mass Effect is kind of like one of those where you can be anything. You know, you can choose your gender.
Whatever. Like,
you can pick your gender and you can decide your sexuality. So that one's unique. This is more about a game that has a cut and paste character. You can't customize it. They're like, hey, you're gonna play as Geralt in The Witcher 3. You can't change how he looks or how he acts. This is him. You have to be him.
That's true. Geralt is not. He's not gay. And you know, anybody who felt like, and I haven't heard any gay people say like fuck Witcher 3 because, you know, I fuck bitches and that. I mean, it's like, I haven't heard that at all. Like, literally have not heard that.
Yeah, you don't hear people going on about he's a man whore. No one gives a shit. The moment
give a shit, he's a man whore.
You know, you'll go and have a male lead sleeping around like crazy.
No, I don't care. It's like, to me, I'm just playing the game. I don't understand. Like,
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's just to this point now. It's getting like anybody will find anything to bitch about when it comes to certain things, and that's what they look at. I mean, you know, like they say, the unknown brings fear. So if it's something that they don't know about, it scares them, so they have to bitch about it. That's just the way it goes.
It's stupid.
It is.
You literally will have like old school God of War. Okay, you have Kratos fucking some bitches in a scene. No one gives a shit about that. The moment you have a female, in fucking The Last of Us 2, kiss a woman, boom, it's fucking headlines. Everyone's open in arms.
Right.
What about the fact that you had a guy literally have a sex scene in a kid's game? How about that? You didn't care about that, but you care about some chick kissing another chick? But you don't give a shit about this guy fucking some people in a goddamn game where you actually get to control it? Pick your goddamn battles.
You get QTE to fuck in God of War. You know what I mean?
Pick your fucking battles, okay?
Yeah.
If you're gonna be pissy about the chicks kissing, you gotta be just as pissy about the guys fucking the other people too.
If she would have muff dived at E3 though, now that would have had like, you know.
Well, I think that would be like an AO game. I think you want a whole different convention for that.
So this is like Expo. This ain't motherfucking E3.
Like, wait a minute. Let me check the signs out here. Is this E3? Because
no, I went to AVN instead. This ain't E3.
I must be at the Woodies.
People just need to stop getting pissy about this little shit.
Right.
Who gives a crap? Just focus on the game, play it, have fun. Who cares what gender your character is? Who gives a shit what their sexuality is? None of that shit matters in the end. It's whatever the story is. Okay, the story is, and you're a gay black woman. No, that's not the story. The story is this woman is doing this, this, and this, and this in the game. That's the fucking story. But you're dwelling on these little characteristics that don't fucking matter.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. It's like also before, after Neil took care of the situation, another developer from Naughty Dog replied back to the social justice warriors and said with 2 tweets. It said this. If you're so socially and culturally inept that the option to play a video game as a female get you all worked up and their frothy nerdage. My name is Boone. I make games, but not for people like you and your kind. Is done, mate. Do not favor and fuck off your embarrassing culture. The most cringeworthy aspect of all this ridiculous narrative is that game developers are held ransom by the oppressive chokehold against the social justice warriors.
Well, I felt like now that tweet was a little bit in depth.
That's from another. That's from another Naughty Dog developer.
Naughty Dog went a little. Well, that developer needs to be careful.
Yeah.
Because you basically you can't insult people, and see that's where this person got fired because.
I don't think he got fired, but
no, I'm talking about on Guild Wars. That's got fired because she went there, and she didn't understand that you're part of a big company. You're just one.
She was kind of in a unique situation though, because she had said that before she got hired, she basically told the company, "Hey, I'm blunt as fuck. I don't give a shit. This is what I'm gonna say. What's on my mind." And they're like, "Okay, cool. We support that." And then she said did exactly that, and then. But no, they can't go and say, "Yeah, we know you do this. We're not going to tell you you're not allowed to for company rules. We're going to allow you to do it." She goes and does it and does it and does it. They don't give a shit, and then all of a sudden, now this one time is too much. You can't do that either. Mm-hmm. It's a double standard. Okay, either you have a policy and you have to fucking enforce it, or you don't. And if they were saying it was okay and letting it slide, and then all of a sudden they cut the axe on her because things got too hot and they didn't want to be in the public eye, that's wrong.
Joel, you know what, man? I was reading more about that, man, about that racist ass dude on Mass Effect Andromeda. And, they combed some of the code, and they literally said that a lot of those textures were darkened. Like, a lot of stuff that he worked on, a lot of those textures were darkened. So that conspiracy is actually might be a little bit true when it comes to somebody taking kind of like a SJW cause and taking it to the extreme. I mean, I'm all for diversity. I wish we had more black protagonists, protagonists or any, Asian, because all we get is the white male most of the time.
There's a lot of Asians actually. Look at every single JRPG out there; they're all Asian.
That's Asia. Well, that's Asian JRPG, but that kind of
person we got right now is what, Kratos?
Yeah, Kratos. And Kratos is just voiced black. He's not.
He started off as black that just put white powder.
No, but I always thought Kratos. His history was he was not black.
Really?
Yeah. Kratos.
Shit, I thought he was.
When they first designed Kratos. He had like African American features. He had black features, like us. But as the development cycle went on and on, they kind of washed some of those features down because they were trying to make him look like the dude who voiced him, which is old boy from Living Single. I can't think of his name. But you got to kind of think about it like that. Where are the main protagonists that are something else other than the white male, especially like games that are set in America. I understand like JRPGs and stuff like that, but I get it. If I'm playing a JRPG and it's set in Japan, I want to see Asians. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see the main protagonist to be black in a JRPG. Like some things just don't fit it. It don't fit the narrative.
Watch Dogs 2, don't you play as a black protagonist, like as a hacker or something like that?
Yes.
I thought that was cool.
I love that because they didn't make him like just straight like okay, we hood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like GTA 5.
Well, yeah, GTA 5 did that. But I kind of expect that from Grand Theft Auto because look at the name of the game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want no fucking like geeky ass, not geeky, but nerdy ass black dude like in GTA. Yeah, I don't expect that. I want him to be, from 38th Street.
No, usually when they want to really, that's a different battle. But usually whenever they put a super nerdy character in a game that it's usually a chick. Sometimes they'll make it a guy, but most time you have the nerdy smart chick behind the computer screen telling your character what's up. And it's, you know...
Well, yeah, I guess this kind of softens the blow.
They don't need to always make it a chick.
Not being like...
It's like...
you know how it is in America? We like our main protagonist to be like just uber strong and fucking extra destructive. Yeah. So, you know, a lot of game developers, when they see that, they go, okay, if we're going to have a nerdy main protagonist, we might as well make it female, you know, because, you know, if the main protagonist seems weak in any way, you know, some of these, you know, America hardheads might not like it. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to kind of, you know, I don't know.
Well, it's like another thing where there's like people campaigning out there about Gears of War 5 coming out. They're already saying they're not picking it up, playing it because you're a female protagonist. You get to play as Kate. So they're like, no, I don't want to play as Kate. They want to play as, you know, they want to either play as like the original Gears of War or his son.
Well, here's the thing.
Gears of War, fucking JD in the one game. I mean, who cares?
I mean,
exactly. I'm like, exactly. I'm like, who the fuck cares? You get to play.
Who cares? Then play as player fucking 2 and be one of the other characters. I'm whining like a little bitch. It's a fucking character. It holds no impact on your fucking personal life, okay? No impact. You playing as Kate or some other fucking character in the game is not gonna change. I was gonna name it, but I know Joel's one of them.
So I wasn't going to throw names. I know Joel's like that. He doesn't like playing as a female protagonist.
Because Joel... Hold on. Let me get this to Joel real quick.
He likes a few. He likes a few games with female leads, but you know, he doesn't actively seek them out.
Yeah, he doesn't actively seek them out or, you know, go on, you know, like campaigns like on Twitter or anything. But yeah, he doesn't like playing as, you know, as a girl.
Look, I'm about to shoot some fire shots at Joel real quick.
He goes, this is true.
I'm about to shoot some fire shots at Joel. So how you not gonna support a main female protagonist when your wife
won't?
You know what I'm saying?
He will not.
At least she's your main protagonist. What's that mean? You know what I'm saying? Now what? I heard she carry your ass too. I heard her back be buff as fuck carrying you too.
I'm just saying. I know my buddy Joel. He will not play as a girl.
I know he ain't gonna never. He gonna get on camera.
I guarantee you.
He was super pissed off. He was super pissed off in the crew one. In the first crew. No, it wasn't crew. It was either crew or no. I think it might have been the Need for Speed Payback. One of the games, because there's this point in the game where the story swaps out the guy character and you're forced to play as a British chick. He was livid.
He was livid.
He's like, where the hell did my white guy go? He's pissed off because now he's a British chick. He was mad.
Yep. I remember that. He's like, fuck this game. Fuck Xbox. He goes, I'm done.
Terry is your own main protagonist, so he put you in a box.
That's fine. That just means he can't get in that box, and he's on the outside of that box.
Oh, Terry says no box for you tonight.
That's nothing new. You used to hearing that.
Let's go to this one here. Sea of Thieves. I was sent a link for, I think, Geeky, you sent it to me. Sea of Thieves.
Yo, listen, I don't think you guys understand what the word protagonist means. Right? The protagonist is the star of your story. Terry is not the star of my story. Just like I am not the star of her story. You're the star of your own story. That's what that means. Right? So when I want my protagonist to represent me, just like I can see that Terry would want a protagonist that represents her. right? So
I don't know. Every time I'm playing a lot of those games that have muscular dudes in them, they don't represent me.
Okay, so hold on. No, my thing was that's fine. My thing is that's fine that you like to have girls in games. I don't have an issue with that. I have an issue with the whys behind, right? Like, you want to throw a girl in a video game? Sure. Don't fucking come on Twitter and be like, hey, guess what? Fuck you men and all you white people. Guess what? You're all pieces of shit. Now we got a girl in the game. Fuck you. Now that's where I'm pissed off. Like, what hill were you trying to fight and die on right now? No one had an issue. Now I got an issue. Because now I'm like, now you're gender pandering. Now you're a piece of shit. Right? That's the complaint. I don't give a fuck if... look, Lara Croft is a great game. Right? I'm pretty sure the people that make Lara Croft aren't making Lara Croft like, yo, we're gonna fucking show the man and everyone in their fucking, like, bubble, like, we're breaking the glass. No, they're like, hey, let's make a great game about this character with a very interesting backstory. That's what this is about.
Actually, that's not how Lara Croft got started.
Were they all like, we will bust the glass ceiling?
No, they literally, it was a fan service thing. They wanted to change their core audience.
Yeah.
They didn't have the right core audience they wanted, so like, okay, let's make a woman.
So now,
and they sexified her a little bit and changed their audience.
Okay, hold on. Now, in 2018, when the Lara Croft games come out, are people like wringing their hands saying we're busting glass ceilings, or like we're showing, you know, all the cisgendered people? Like we down with the white man. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I don't care. I don't care if you have gay people in games. I don't care if you have females in games. I don't care if you do any of this stuff. What I care about is after you make it, or while you're making it, you come out and you start attacking everyone else, right? Simply because you're making something that it's almost like they're making a fight, and then when they get into the fight, they're mad at people for fighting them. That's what I'm upset about, right? This dude back in Guild Wars, he was like, hey, he's offering constructive criticism, like you said. She fucking snapped off and tried to, you know, she made a hill that she wanted to die on. Guess what? Bitch is dead. She's fired. Right? She ain't a female game dev no more, is she? And then people were saying, Terry said, like, there's a double standard. I'm like, no. I don't care who you are. You can't go, if I said, Terry, guess what? You can say whatever you want, you know, for my company, whatever you want, whatever. But then if I start seeing my bottom line, when I see thousands, millions of dollars leaving my company because of what you said, I'm going to be like, hey, Terry, you remember I said you can say whatever you want? Well, I'm going to say something I want. You're fired. Right? Because I don't really care about how free you feel when I'm losing money. Because guess what? I got employees to pay. I got a bottom line. Who do you think I'm scared of? A fucking SJW, you know, short-haired woman, or a board of fucking directors? Right? That's my problem. All right? Get your ass in line. Like, this is a goddamn business. Like you said, you don't fucking... Yo, let some snot-nosed bitch, you know, come at me sideways at McDonald's, right? I'm going straight in there, talk to their fucking managers. I'm gonna light them the fuck up. I'm gonna write letters. I'm gonna email. I'm gonna put that shit on blast. I'm gonna tweet it. I don't even know how to make Instagram. I'm gonna figure that shit out. Yeah. Right? Point is, you can't do that shit. I used to push carts for a grocery store called Leamington Foods, right? I can't be pushing, dude. Someone would come up to me and be like, hey man, how come there's no carts in the store? It's busy pouring down rain outside and I'm shoving in puddles. Right? And he's complaining that he didn't have a cart at the time as I'm pushing them in. You know what would have happened to me? If I would have been like, fuck you, bro. What the fuck? Are you fucking blind? I'm trying my best here. You're a piece of shit. Do you think little Joel would have been collecting that fucking, you know, $78 an hour anymore? Fuck no. Fuck this bitch in the horse she rode in on. Where did she get off? That's all I'm saying. Now Terry was saying, like, there's this double standard. First of all, no. People did fucking flip their shit at The Witcher. Don't you remember all that asshat bullshit? They were like, where are the fucking Mexicans and gays and blacks? And I'm like, 1500th century Poland? Fuck out of here. Right? Remember that shit? Hey, remember GTA Hot Coffee? That was a dude fucking a chick, but the world lost its goddamn mind. Yo, the fuck out of here. People care. Yo, don't get all selective memory on me now. Yo, I got a history to prove. And I made a comment, right? We as a people have lost so much sight of what we're trying to do, right? Martin Luther King said, yo, I want my kids to be judged by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. Now, we're all like, hey, guess what? We have black people, we got Mexicans, we got gays, we got whatever. I'm like, yo, so what you're saying is I should start judging people by the content, no, the color of their skin, not the content of their character? Fuck out of here. Like, give me a good-ass story. Like, yo, dude, I don't know if Marcus Phoenix is gay. Do you want to know why I don't know Marcus Phoenix is gay? Because Marcus Phoenix was fucking fighting a goddamn war against goddamn giant monsters. No one gave a shit who he was fucking, if he was sucking dick or eating pussy. No one cared. Because guess what? He had a goddamn war and a story to be told. I don't know if Samus is gay. You want to know why I don't know that? Samus was fighting fucking Ridley and she had bigger shit to worry about. You want to know what? I don't know if the guy from Contra's fucking gay. Because he was shooting people in the goddamn face. No one gives a fuck! Because, here's the thing, you people are making people give a fuck for no fucking reason! Right? How about you tell a goddamn game and without every 5 seconds you being like, well listen, so-and-so has sex with someone. I don't give a shit! I want to find out how I get out of the fucking Temple of Doom! I don't give a fuck! Right? There's goddamn fucking, you know, like spinning blade pike spears coming at me from all angles. I don't care, you know, if she's, you know, munches the carpet or she sucks a cock. Bitch, I'm trying to get out of this giant fucking boulder chasing me. There's real shit. That's what the stories people want, right? That's what we want. We want adventures. We want escapism. I don't fucking... If I wanted to hear about your fucking relationship problems, fucking Lara Croft, Contra, whatever these fucking loser, Life is Strange, I'd watch the fucking Kardashians. God damn! I want to play video games. I don't want to fucking watch a Lifetime special. Fuck! I'm out!
Woo! That's what the fuck I'm talking about, man! Yeah! He got deep with that shit!
And that was Joel's final round.
That got me hype on that shit. Oh yeah.
And after all of that, he has earned.
That's bullshit. Don't do that. He gonna come right back in and say, "What the don't get the man started again."
Woo! That was some salt right there.
No, that was some salt shit. He was speaking the truth, though. He was speaking the truth on every note. He got this shit.
I love Joel. He's amazing. He speaks from the heart.
Yeah, he definitely speaks
from the show. I'm trying to pull the show back. I got it. All right. Speaking of these developers, we're a battle royale mode. I don't know how I feel about that.
They're desperate now.
Battle royale? How the fuck?
They're desperate. No one's playing their game. Well, except for Mike was playing it the other day. He didn't mention it, but I saw that.
Me? Yeah. Mike, like, who, me? No. Let me confuse with some other Mike.
So when I'm looking online on the Xbox and it says, you know, Mike is playing, you know, Sea of Thieves. That wasn't you.
No, I'll vouch that. It was not me playing. My nephew came over to my house. I had a babysit. I was sitting here actually playing on my Switch, Nico Para.
Well, anyway, it's fine. No one's playing Sea of Thieves except for Mike's nephew.
Exactly.
So they're desperate.
I was playing with the girls. You know, the Nico Para girls.
Mike?
Could you imagine?
When you're babysitting?
Just admitted that out here on the show like that.
You just admitted to playing hentai when you're babysitting your nephew.
Mike.
You just admitted that out there too. Like, he was confident with it. Did you hear that confidence in his voice?
Hey, I don't care. I'll play what I want. If it makes me happy, but on my face, I'll play.
That's the kind of happy you shouldn't be feeling when you're babysitting your nephew.
I didn't lose my lives.
You had 2 lives, Mike.
I only lost 1. You can't take 2.
Earlier in the show. lost this one for admitting that you like 12-year-olds with giant titties. So.
They were 12 or 16.
Oh my God, I'm done.
Mike has all of his life.
Nope, I didn't.
Have a punishment. Let's give the power to Geeky. You have the power to punish Mike. What would you like him to do?
I get to choose. Wow. Okay, let me think.
What's
you know what? I kind of cringe karaoke the last time, so I'm thinking some more cringe. I thought it was hilarious. So let's do it. Let's do some more cringe.
Can we do that on like Twitch later today? Or we gonna do that now?
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we don't want YouTube to get us.
Well, you could do a straight up karaoke version, so you're not playing the original
you can
song.
go straight up karaoke version.
You do true karaoke, which is harder.
Yeah, it's harder.
It won't get paid because
we've been getting copyrighted.
I'm gonna give the power of the song to Platinum.
Oh,
you can pick
Platinum like no.
Ooh, okay. Let me look at my music playlist. Let me see.
Destroy because nothing wrong with YouTube. I mean, as soon as we get copyrighted, I can't transfer it to Twitch later today.
So, which means
no.
What we're gonna do? How are we gonna do this?
I guess first off, make sure it's a song that would have an actual karaoke version.
Karaoke.
Right, because if not, I have a second. If not, I have a second punishment. So.
Right.
All right.
That way we don't. That way it doesn't get pinged or.
Well, that's what I said. I'll do cringe karaoke. I ain't worried about it.
Right.
So we'll just do it on Twitch if we have to.
Right. If that's the case, I have a second.
After this, I'll do like a bonus stream and play some game and do a cringe karaoke.
Yeah, because the last thing I want is for YouTube to be like, X. Like, really? like, damn, YouTube, you didn't even give me a chance. Like, 2 fucks are given, huh? Like, no.
I got one. Do I? Well, I gotta post a link or something, or do I just type it or what?
Yeah, just send the link, and we'll try to. If you already have the version, that would be great.
Send it in Discord if you can. There.
All right, give me a second. I gotta type it up.
Yeah, please.
Type it up. Can't you just copy and paste?
I was looking at it on my phone before I even did it on a computer.
You don't have Discord on your phone, bro?
Yeah, I do. Damn. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh shit.
What's going on, Chauncey? Welcome to the stream, man. How you been, brother?
He said he came in and it happens.
I lost all my lives, man. Danny likes taking my lives on purpose.
On purpose?
You also during the pre-call.
That's what I'm saying.
Mike definitely lost so many lives before we even lied. It was embarrassing.
You got those social justice warrior agendas. Well, Danny's agendas take my lives away on purpose.
Go for it.
Whatever. Yeah.
He's like whatever.
Oh shit! There it is, right there. So do I need to? I need to host it.
Support Sing King Karaoke on Patron. I mean, I can just pull the words up and just read it for myself and look at the camera.
I think this is the actual karaoke version, which is fine on YouTube. It's just the actual version which is fucked up.
Oh, fuck, man, that's stupid. Oh, man.
Yeah, this is the karaoke version. Yeah.
All right. Can
Can
I read it from my YouTube PC?
Yeah, try to sync it up though, so you're not too far behind or ahead. But read it from yours so you can see it.
Because reading from Danny's screen,
Mike, Mike, all you have to do is double tap his picture, on your Discord, and you can full screen him.
Okay. We'll do it that way then. It's not very full screen, but okay. All right.
You got that? Can you see that okay on his thing now, Mike?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, this song, huh? Okay.
Right. Like,
Turn those annotations off, though, Danny.
Yeah, Danny. Come on, Danny. Get with the program, Danny.
Over here advertising someone's Twitter and Facebook. What the hell?
Right. There we go. Off. I'm
gonna full screen you, Mike. Everyone's gonna watch this.
Right, as ever will be. Y'all need to mute. Y'all need to mute up.
I'm muting. No worries.
I'm not muting.
I'm not muting.
Here we go.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Find light in the beautiful sea. I choose to be happy. You and I, you and I, you and I. We're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star I see. A vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we become one right away. Oh, Danny, right away. At first I saw it, I felt the energy of sun and rays. I saw life inside your eyes. Tonight, you and I were beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Eye to eye, so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
Oh, God.
Comes rise to the universe as we moonshine and Molly. Feel the warmth, we'll never die. We're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star I see. A vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky, Danny. At first I felt energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside your eyes. That's more out of me. Tonight, you and I were beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Eye to eye, so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Like, stop.
Danny quit. He's like, I can't take anymore.
wait, but why did he start singing the song the right way when I was like, wait, how did that happen?
Just so you know, according to Mike, Mike and Danny, you know, are like diamonds in the sky together. So
We are.
it got awkward. It got awkward.
True facts, you heard it here first.
Station, and I rebuke that act. You know, I rebuke it in the name of gaming. You know, but no. It's not true, Terry. Oh, shit. All right. Final round. I know Terry said that she wants to be in it. You said what, Big Mike?
You forgot open topics, or are we skipping it?
Yeah, we're skipping
It's
it.
already
We went
3. We gotta wrap it up.
Oh, yeah, it's
Mike,
3.
Joel's rant kind of took over the show.
Plus,
True. Well, I have a little, rant to rant.
All right, so you want to be in? I know Terry's in it.
Geeky said that she was on the fence. You going in?
Is it triggered?
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do it.
Oh!
I think I'll come in on the final round this.
What? We got a huge final round. Oh, shit. Platinum.
Dang, you're not in this?
I'm in it, too. I'm in it. Yeah.
All right.
You in Platinum or what?
Muted.
I think he's muted.
Dude.
He muted himself. He lost all his lives. that was all his lives.
Yeah, I was like, I think
that was his life. That was his wife's life, Daddy. Damn, we're gonna do another cringe karaoke, maybe?
No, he got one life left. All right, so me, Terry, Geeky, Big Mike, and maybe Platinum. Final round. Damn, we got a full house. Is it really a full house? Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, welcome everyone to final round. All right. I'm gonna start off. I'm just kind of triggered because there's not a lot of news in this week. You know, like
that's what you're triggered about, really?
Forever to try to find some shit. You know, like I said, after E3, it's always shitty. You know, because all the game news is all fucking lapped up. By then, it's just like little bits and pieces here and there. So, you know, I'm a little triggered about that shit. Also, I'm a little triggered with Joel too, man. You know, Joel, you know, that dude's insane. You know, so I'm just saying his name and saying I'm triggered with him. I'm not going to elaborate. I'm just going to say his name, Joel, and I am triggered with you. Also, what else am I triggered about? Once again, like I said, ain't no news this fucking week. God damn it. You know, next week is going to be like pumping with fucking information. But this week, it's like, fuck you. So I'm like, fuck you to the news cycle. That's where I'm at right now. All right, I'm done. Terry, triggered.
Yeah, you want me to go right now?
Yes. Oh, shit.
Finish him.
Alright, I'm pretty much... Well, what's up?
Before I interrupt you there, Jerry.
You just
need
did.
to switch the cameras. I know, but I said before I interrupt you, you need to switch the cameras or something. All we got, the camera is focused on Danny.
That's you. You have to double click again. You do this.
Yeah, you got to double click. So
Mike.
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right, my bad.
On the new life you gained, you lost another. So now you have.
That's what.
Oh, let me do this.
Like.
Yeah,
I don't know this shit.
That was terrible. You lost 2 on that one.
I don't care.
Because not only did you lose a life for failing, but you interrupted a final round.
I said,
damn, no fucks given.
I said they didn't mean to, but at least I got it fixed.
Yeah, anybody in the call can manually choose who they want to look at. So if if Geeky wants to just stare at Platinum the whole time, she can.
So what if I just want to stare at Terry all the time?
That's even
I
better.
didn't know that.
See? Just saying.
See, I didn't know that. I'm gonna go stare at Platinum all day.
There you go.
Hell yeah, that's my chocolate thunder.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
All right, Platinum's my Hershey bar.
Oh my god. He's trying so hard to ignore you right now. You can see it.
I got tears in my eyes.
I took one from him.
Okay.
Back had 2 lives and he just got re-upped. All right, go ahead, Terry.
It's gonna literally be Mike lost his life, respawned, and died instantly in the respawn. That's what's happening right now. He's literally dying in his respawn. Alright, so, my final round. Alright. I'm super triggered and sick and tired of feminists. Okay? Freaking feminists. I'm so tired of them. They ruined enough shit already in real life. Now they're coming in and trying to fuck up gaming. All right, get the hell out of here. No one likes you. Okay, no one likes you. All right, and it's not all feminists. Okay, it's not all feminists. Before all the feminists start getting on their goddamn high horses, I don't have an issue with all feminists. Okay, there are two kinds of feminists. All right, there's the old school original feminists, who I love. You guys are amazing. You guys fought for women's rights and all this stuff. You guys are amazing. Then there's the new age feminists of today who are little whiny little bitches who are literally shitting on everything the original feminists fought for. Shut the fuck up. No one likes you little bitches, all right? Shut up.
Oh.
I'm so sick and tired of these whiny little bitches. All they want, they literally want and want and want, okay? And then what happens? They fucking cry enough, they get what they fucking want, and then they're pissed off because now they have to suffer the consequences that come with getting what they fucking wanted. Shut the fuck up. This just drives me nuts. I'm so sick and tired of these goddamn feminists, okay? Whether it's in fucking real life, you know, like the ones that were bitching about, you know, women in the military. Guess what? Women can now do a lot of the things in the military that they weren't allowed to. Now you're pissed off because you gotta fucking do those jobs. Shut the fuck up, alright? Then the goddamn feminists were pissed off about the transgenders in the military. Guess what? Now we have transgenders in the military, and what are they doing? They're abusing the system because once they get the fucking surgery within the military is not allowed to send them out on deployments. So now we literally have people siphoning government fucking assets and perks and benefits, being a fucking veteran that never got to do anything while they're in the military because they're not allowed to fucking go anywhere. So shut the fuck up, alright? Then we got the goddamn feminists fucking... Literally, this because we had the 4th of July. We literally had feminists bitching about how fireworks are trash and they are misrepresenting the 4th of July and we shouldn't fucking have them anymore. Shut the fuck up. All right? it's like, oh, we have, you know, we have veterans here that, you know, have PTSD. We're always going to have veterans with PTSD. We're going to have non-veterans with PTSD. Are we supposed to change our whole way of life for that? No. Okay, it sucks they have PTSD, but, you know, we all have to deal with it. Okay, the moment somebody else is going to get PTSD about driving, you're going to outlaw cars? Fuck no, you're not. Your bitch ass isn't going to be walking. You're going to be driving your fucking car. Shut the fuck up. All right? Then we got the goddamn feminists fucking bitching about, you know, the whole gaming shit, you know, and fucking, oh, we don't have enough female protagonists or all this other crap. Like, shut up. Just shut up. Okay, we have plenty of female protagonists. We have plenty of guy protagonists. It's fine. Who cares? Just play your goddamn game and enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, shut the fuck up and move on to a different game. Alright? I'm so sick and tired of all the bitching and the whining. It's just shut up. Okay? Just shut up. Alright? And the old school feminists fucking hate you. Okay? They fucking hate you. You think you're fighting for them? They fucking hate you. Wake up. Wake the fuck up. Okay? They don't like you. You're literally shitting on everything they did. Shut up. Okay, you're making all women look bad. Shut up. That's about it.
Woo!
He needs some milk.
All right. Geeky.
Yep. I don't know how to follow that up.
That's why I said you should not. You gotta have me go last. I told Danny,
yeah,
no one can follow up after me. I have to go last.
That's true, because that was like, oh, that's why you go first. Oh, it's a setup, I see. But no, but honestly, my biggest rant is about stop coming after video games. Be a parent. Do what you're supposed to do as a parent. Stop always looking for it out. You know, video games are not a babysitter. It doesn't take the place of you being a parent. So again, stop always looking for video games being the culprit for everything. My child decided to shit in his hand and throw it at his teacher. Must have been some type of video game he played. Well, you know, my kid didn't want to get up to go to school because he was playing this video game. No, that's you not being that's you not being a parent. You know, there is a limit when it comes to being a parent, and you have to be a parent. Stop blaming video games for everything. Like I said, I'm so sick of hearing that video games are to blame for everything that goes wrong. They never really look into it any further besides video games. They don't. I mean, you don't see anyone going around saying, "Oh, because they went and saw Power Rangers, now they went in here and just started beating the shit out of people. You know, it's always video games. Leave video games alone, you know. And if you have those type of children that you know that can't handle playing video games for that long, it really just comes back to the parents. Be a parent. Stop blaming other shit for what you're not doing. Just stop it. Just stop. And that's pretty much my rant.
All right.
Nice.
I got nothing. She pretty much lied. I was just thinking about that, but I'm like, I got really much to say, honestly. Like, she's definitely right. Stop using games as an scapegoat that's been going on for decades. Yeah.
That was just short.
Stole his thunder.
Everybody in.
Final round.
All right.
Really? You forgot me?
Fuck you. I blocked you. You out.
That's fucked up.
Well, that happened.
All right.
I did. He's not in. What's the last round?
That's how it is.
I want to kind of because I know Platinum he's got to get ready to go to work, and I know Geeky has something coming up real soon. So yeah, I had to kind of because we kind of went over a little bit of time, but you know sometimes when you're having a good ass conversation, you just go over time. So
yeah, it happens.
Mine was validated. I wanted to rant on it, but whatever.
All right, fuck you, Mike. Let me give you a little bit here. Welcome, Mike. That's all you get. All right.
I'll keep it short and sweet. No, Nintendo, fuck you. Fix your shit. There.
Well, let's explain what they had to fix. How all these supposed to work.
All right. I was playing Fortnite on the Switch, and Danny, I know I was talking to Danny about this also. All right, you can do crossplay on the Nintendo Switch with the Switch and the Xbox. And you know how, remember we were talking earlier in the days there, Terry, about you had to have a phone and everything to do voice chat if you want to do certain games and stuff.
Yeah, you had like a phone app and like 50 chords.
Yeah.
And
you
had to wrap a noose and put it over the raptors in your fucking house and hang yourself in order to fucking use their party chat. Yeah.
Right. And we discussed this. Well, guess what? Fortnite, you don't need all that shit. They got as simple as fucking pie. All I do is I took this headset I'm using right now on the podcast, plug it into my head jack on the Switch, undock the motherfucker, played Fortnite with my nephew over there on the Xbox across my living room in there, and we were game chatting and everything. Heard me
Voice chat
clear as day. Voice chat worked clear as fucking day. Didn't need the whole apparatus of the phone and the 50 million cords wrapped around your neck and hang yourself from the ceiling and talk.
It triggers me. I think I saved that one. That definitely does trigger me to no end.
I'm thinking like, that's why I said, yo, Nintendo, you need to step your shit up. This can be done. If Fortnite can do it on the Switch, you guys can do it.
That's true. Nintendo got
exposed.
All right, so
told you I keep it short and sweet.
That was Big Mike and the
Final.
That's it. All right. Once again, shouts out to Player One Coffee. Check out our Patreon. Our links are below. Support us. You know, we want. Do you want to stop seeing me in grayscale? Well, motherfucking support the Patreon. you
I'll bet to get a 4K camera.
Right. We'll all get 4K cameras. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I want to see. I want to see that extra bald spot on Danny's head in 4K.
I have a bald spot. So my shit is.
Talking about you, like, looks like you've been polishing.
I don't have bald spot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I see a little fade right there. I see that extra forehead.
Fuck you, Mike. Look at your shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I got a big old forehead. I ain't gonna lie.
It look like you live in a wind tunnel.
I mean, how we know why? We don't even know why Platinum wears a beanie all the time because he's bald.
I have hair. God damn it!
No, I never seen you with no. Every time I watch you stream, you got a beanie on your head.
That's me. That's my thing.
Don't go making
no, you're
the
bald.
beanie look, Mike. The
I
beanie,
ain't
the beanie
bald.
look is in. The beanie is in, Mike.
Take off your hat so I can wait, please.
Woo! There it is!
Wow.
I don't care.
Do this. Shouts out to the panel, Cool Cat Terry, Big Mike, Platinum, Geeky. Follow everyone on the panel below as well. Check out our live streams on Twitch. You can follow us everywhere: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, fucking everywhere. I'm not going to say the porno site because I know Terry hates it. All right.
Look, she don't hate it. She was smiling like, yeah.
Whatever, Mike. That's only you.
I saw that smile. I'm looking at the Discord smile right now. You're really like, bite your lip. Look at you.
Oh my God, Mike. That's just what I do.
Right,
I bite my lip when I'm playing a game too. It means nothing.
Please. Like I said, follow us everywhere. You can catch us once again next Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I think we'll have a guest on next week. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to work that out. But I'm not going to announce it until I have something confirmed. But it should be a pretty good guest. So we're going to have a guest next week. And then I want to do a themed show after that. I was thinking about what we did with Big Mike and have a Jackbox party episode.
That'd be so fun.
Where the winner gets to make the highest person on the totem pole makes the lowest person on the totem pole do their bidding. So I think that would be a good incentive to win that shit. So I want to do that the following week. So we're going to set up just a big episode of Jackbox Party. So we'll talk topics and then we'll go right into the game. So we'll do that the following week. So next week, guest, following week, Jackbox Party. And shit, I think that's really it. Am I missing anything? I got Player One Coffee. I got our Patreon. Shouts out to everybody in chat. I saw Joel. I saw Chauncey. I think, that's it. Yeah, that's it for this round. So shouts out to them, even though Joel was on my triggered list. But still, shouts out for being in chat. Shouts out to everybody on the panel. Terry, go ahead. Take us out. We out. Peace out.
Night, everybody.